Buenas noches a todos, welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We are back with Spain, I said Castile then. Well, it was Castile originally. So yeah, we're basically just gearing up to hopefully attack France again. Just a free monarch point date. Not too worried about the disloyalty there. So yeah, we've got a couple of armies either side of France, but our manpower is at 0. Upsettingly, so even though I don't know if we're doing too badly in terms of armies, I think we should try at least to rebuild back up to full strength. At least get to the point where we've got some spare manpower, and it'd be nice to get up to our force limit if possible. So you see, we've actually got room for an extra 34 troops, way more naval troops. Is now self-sustaining, so we can take what will probably be our absolutely final colonial province, unless we take an awful lot of South African East African land from France and gain access to... Oh, actually, it looks like France has done it. Yep, they're happily colonising, so yeah, that's it, we've started our final colony. There you go. Right, it's going to go pick up the army in Iceland. I'm basically just assuming that we won't need to put down any separatism over there for a while at least. Yeah, we've got these Protestant zealots in Naples, which for some reason the Naples government is not doing anything about, even though they're perfectly capable. This army could easily take them down. Plus they're not even taking these provinces back. Maybe they want to convert to Protestantism. Can't say I'm too concerned, although it would be a pain because I think it would reduce their opinion of us if they were a different religion. But hey, what can you do? Right, so let's do 2 massive armies again. We have, well, national tax modifier is an option. National unrest would also be good. Stability cost would be useful because I could start improving our stability. I'm going to deny because I don't want to have disloyal estates again. The problem I have is that I'm not sure where... Oh, there they are. Okay, not a great place for them to rise up. Well, never mind. Something to do while we're rebuilding our manpower. Right, I'll do the national tax modifier. It's fine. Even though I wouldn't mind improving stability. Oh, perfect. Do it with our papal influence instead. Which will hopefully be going up a fair bit because we are in the process of converting all the new African territories. Oh, what have we got? Right, 2 more. Leave it be and accept another loss of mercantilism. Really just want to keep the colonies on board if possible. Cool. Alright, so doing a certain amount of damage then, these peasants. They're increasing local autonomy. But at the same time, that's mostly an issue for monetary reasons. And we are doing so well in money, I'm not that concerned. In fact, I'm wondering about building some more ships, because we're not particularly low on sailors. Oh, the manpower's increasing there. So maybe we can think about building more troops instead. Would, after all, be more useful. Also, if we reach top diplomatic technology, we won't need to worry as much about having too many relations. Might be able to think about taking a few more places. Okay, lost another general. A bit concerned about our lack of army tradition now. What are we going to get? Was that our diplomat? It was. Right, so let's fabricate another claim. So this time I'm going to do this one. Alright, it's going to keep going down, unfortunately. So yeah, in a perfect world, well, we'll probably take it anyway, but we'd take that province as well, and we would then have a connection between all of our mainland lands, European lands, I should say. So, slow down a little. New army reformer. Land force limit sounds good. Might switch to the discipline one when we actually go to war against France. But for now, I'm happy to get lots of military power and have a cheaper army. Right, now we've had a bit of time to recover over here. So just wondering about maybe taking a little more land. Who are these people allied with? Totonac. Okay, let's take a little bit of time at least. Okay, so you are allied with Zapotec and Guarma. Guarma at least. Zapotec is. Oh, stared me right in the face. Right, Zapotec and Guarma. I still think we can do it. Do the Aztecs have any allies? They do. Oh right, didn't even notice them. Kalima. Okay, so they're allied with the Aztecs. I think they'd be a good people to take. That's straight conquest. That's imperialism. Okay. So, while I'm thinking about this, how about bolstering the troops a little? So what have we got? We've got a 32 and a 48, and a 48 and a 31. Okay. 21, 110. 21, 116. Okay, let's make another 6 cannons for this army. Just for starters. It's going to be something similar, I assume. Yep, 16 cannons, no cavalry this time though. So what do you have? 10 cannons. So if I make another 6 cannons for you, I'll try and balance them out a bit before combining them. I haven't made a general yet because I want to give our army tradition some time to recover, if possible. Come on, you Spain, you can do this. Oh, cool. Gain some prestige. Ferraris and nobles have risen up in Ferrara. Could be a problem if they win, because we will get kind of stumped. As in, no, sorry, they might get rid of the vassalization with us. On the other hand, they're quite a small vassal, so I'm not sure it's worth worrying too much about. Maybe once we're actually already at war and it's easier to get troops over there. I'm actually hard. Oh, brilliant! Looks like Austria's going to take them down for us. Thank you, Austria. Perfect. I was just wondering about annexing Ferrara then, but I'm not actually sure I want to, because they're not really connected to any of our lands. I'm quite happy having them as a vassal, especially because losing diplomatic power doesn't seem to matter very much anymore. Victory costs, that's fine. I'm not particularly worried about the costs. We are still gaining money at all times. Peace offer from Aztec. Yeah, I think I might wait until you're completely defeated first, thank you. So I'm guessing we need 10 infantry now. 21 versus 31. I need 11 infantry for these. Question is, can we actually do that? Oh yeah, our force limit has actually gone up again. Easily. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which is good. I'm also going to make some more free-deckers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Might even make this a separate navy. It's basically just going to hang around and make life more difficult for our enemies. Probably take a while to build, to be fair. And a lot of these peace offers, we are on 99% to be fair, so maybe that's why, but in theory we should be able to get to 100, so let's just spin time on a bit. Okay, diplomatic reputation is great, +3 is also great. I'm happy about that. 99. Okay, maybe we can't get to 100. Not to worry. Suggest demands gives us not very much. Alright, apparently that's... Nope, we can't even get that. Right, I will accept that. And then hopefully we can take all of these 3 lands as well, so that will give us access to this one. And I'm just hoping that New Spain can cope with all the uprisings. Might even consider subsidising them. The final religious idea, Deus Vult. Bunch of new potential policies. Yeah, so Deus Vult basically gives us the ability to attack people on the grounds that they're not of the right faith, basically. There we go. Right, so we'll leave New Spain with that for a bit. Might just subsidise them a little. Got another papal favour. Not keeping enough of an eye on these. Okay, give me prestige. Should probably try and get our mercantilism back at some point, but diplomatic reputation will likely be next on the cards. Unless we go for manpower again. Okay, so we do still have some force limit to play with, so I'm just wondering whether it would be worth building a bunch of troops here to take these lands. Just build 12. Second of Silesia. Okay. Yep, that looks good. Oh, darn. France has discovered our spy again. Can't be helped, I suppose. Alright, so what kind of general will we get? That is surprisingly good. Pleasantly surprised. I was a bit worried based on our... ooh. Chief advisor. I'd probably rather have him as a leader. I think our current advisors are pretty good. Manpower is recovering. improve relations with Prussia. Hope that we'll be able to get them to join in. Probably not the end of the world if we can't, to be honest. Might throughout the nation, reach further on our borders. Right, our prestige is quite high, so I'd rather do one stability. I can always use a +3 stability option. It's never going to be a bad thing. Brilliant, we have a self-sustaining colony down there now. I'd also completely forgotten about this army. Maybe I can use them as reserves. Okay, let's all meet up in Barcelona. Let's move this army onto the border. We'll have to decide how many generals I think we can get away with. Actually, half of them, if I should have moved this army down to France, wherever it's gone. Not down to France, down to South Africa. Just thinking it might give us a better chance of taking this area. So I thought, seeing as we will have quite a bit of help with France on land anyway. Okay, I'll tell you what, you head down there. Congolese separatists. Looks like France is having problems already. Could be an extremely good time to attack. Aztec separatists in Mexico, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I'm still hopeful they'll be able to put them down. And if we don't, well, we'll just lose some of the land we gained. But up to them, really. Right, okay. Let's try not to include trade ships. Okay, well, I think we should go ahead and attack. Scotland and Salzburg. Prussia is willing to join in. Excellent. Okay, so let us go straight for the castles. Go straight for Paris here. Over there. I think that will embroil us in a naval battle. Very short one. Yeah. There's a really small French army just there. Not to worry. I think, seeing as we've got Prussia now, I don't think I need to worry about hardly anything. What are we looking at in South America? Well, I think French Brazil's days are probably numbered. If they don't have an army here though, we can start an attack here. Head over there, so we may as well take these lands as well if we can. Okay, brilliant. Quick as that. It's because our armies are quite big, I think. Oh, cool. Prussia's destroying France's navy. It's very helpful of them. Keep an eye on all of these areas if we possibly can. It's quite nice at the end of the game to finally be able to attack the people who've been a major issue for you throughout the game. Took a long time to get here, but we're finally powerful enough. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that. They actually have some allies, don't they? Scotland and Salzburg. Well, I won't be at all surprised if we can take Salzburg down without too many issues. Let's go take Calais and Finistre. Finistre, how would you pronounce that? Great! Armies in. They're still occupied by Congolese separatists, so I just leave that land to it. No particular objection with it going back to Congo. But armies everywhere now. This is definitely what we want. See, ours was just how much land we can get away taking away from France. But I think that should mean that South America at least becomes entirely Spanish after this war. And it's just going to be whether we have time to rebuild and do a last war against Britain. Because it's now 1808 and the game ends in 1821. We have taken Calais. No, I don't want you to move. Okay, brilliant. Let's go for the last fort, even though Ferrara are ably sieging it for us. That's a bit of a concern. Let me bring our brand new navy up to the English Channel. Now let's tell them to start patrolling. Oh, okay, so we're making a flagship. Gain a bit of prestige. So yeah, I think basically we've checked start patrolling, So I think it'll now start going back and forth between where we started from and up here. So that should be quite nice, in the sense of making things difficult for France. Might be, of course, that they can beat us. They've got way more numbers, but they seem to exclusively have galleys as their military ships, whereas we only have heavy ships. So I would like at least to think that gives us the advantage. But we shall see. Oh, yes, of course. So we're now able to do a much more complete job of taking a territory. I go up here and blockade them while we're at it. That's a bit annoying. I should send one of my armies down to take these guys down. Greater job though the vassals are doing. Trading in slaves? I thought we'd abolished slavery quite a while ago. Honestly not sure. I mean, they're retreating now via Tunis. I can't help feeling that... I mean, it wouldn't take much to take this back, would it? I can't help feeling that one of our vassals might just do it for us. Unless the army comes back. Probably not going to bother with all these outlying provinces. Oh, Salzburg. Yeah, go for it. Possibly should have asked for some land or something, but it only makes your aggressive expansion worse, and I'm already hoping to take as much land from France as humanly possible. So it might be better not to, really. Okay, so we're now doing so well at this that I'm starting to think we could probably pull out. Maybe send an army down to take those back. Let's do that. Let's send this half army down. Take these back, and if the French reappear in force, put you there so that when we take Nantes, I think we will pretty much destroy them, which would be good. Oh, drat. Okay. So apparently France has put all their largest armies in Africa. I have to say it is a bit annoying. Okay, we're on full power for diplomatic. There we go. Did they do the Holy War? Yeah, I think so. Okay, what else do we need? Diplomatic reputation. I don't have a papal legate, apparently. Okay, I'll just raise mercantilism then. That is unfortunate. I've got new ones coming. Right, okay, well maybe it will be quite handy that our armies are coming back down. We've got pretty much all of mainland France now anyway. So it makes me wonder if I should actually make peace now rather than later, seeing as they're going to be conquering a lot of South Africa. Let's see what we can get. As soon as this turns. So I'm not happy that we're helping with the particularists either. Oh, when's this turning? 30th of March. Okay, that's way too slow. Let's see what we can get. So if we suggest demands, that's utterly rubbish. Okay, so first treaties, I want you to concede Brazil. Then, I want those. This, ideally that. So that does just about, somewhat circuitously, but it does just about link our empires. Link our separate land together. Oh, drat. They're already saying no. Alright, forget this. This is our final chance to take them down. Going to push for a higher war score, so we're just not getting enough out of them. Greedy though it probably sounds. So yeah, basically we need to get some troops down into this part of Africa, preferably as soon as possible, but sort of pausing to really take, actually I don't think I will. I do want to deal with the Kano separatists on the way down. France is taking loads of territory back. Completely forgot about Scotland actually. How is Scotland doing? Interesting. Right, I don't seem to be able to get them to concede large areas or anything. But they will cede a few things. I suppose it'll do. At least we've gained a few things. And on the plus side, it's one less ally for France. It's got like French Brazil now, which is entirely taken over. Okay, let's try this suit again, because we're on 71 now. So that was our peace offer value from before. So if we now try to make a few inroads, so we still won't accept it. Like for war. They just think of those lands as really valuable or something. Maybe they do. Maybe I can take some of these. Oh, I can. Okay, well that's not so bad. Accept that. Take the army back in case we're uprising, so we'll start coring these provinces. Okay. So, yes, brilliant. Right, so we've now joined together this land. That's probably going to be our last war with France. So as long as we can keep it in the face of any uprisings and such like, that should be good. Oh yeah. And we have absolutely taken all of South America. It's a little weird. Spanish La Plata is surrounding a bit of Castilian Brazil. But yeah, that is one of the big goals that we officially had, was to utterly dominate, well, it was to dominate South America, not necessarily take the entire thing, but I think that worked okay. Not bad on the whole. So, and we've taken half of Brunei now, which is good. Got Brunei themselves and the Ottomans. So I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be trying to take any more land. Oh, someone made us the Emperor. No. Silesia is the Emperor, so why? We've got 11 princes now. So how can we demand unlawful territory? Oh, they're demanding that we return it. Right. So yeah, this can happen when you're dealing with the Holy Roman Empire. They'll sometimes demand that you return land you've taken that officially is part of the HRE, so in this case we can just ignore them. Granted, Prussia, I think, is still a member and is potentially a threat. Stemming the nation. Let's put them down. Oh, perfect. Shown up in an area that we already have an army with a general. What are the chances of that? Great. Okay, so taking down the African separatists. We now don't have an army down there. Next to France, although we don't really need one anymore unless there are uprisings. We're going to need an army in Norway, not Norway, Iceland, although that's a fairly small army. We need to take Great Britain itself, and we will just rely on our colonies to attack English Louisiana. So yeah, not bad. I think we can... What we could probably do with is an even more powerful navy. So if we bring our navy down here, let us build more three-deckers. We're going to check on the transport navy as well. I think they are docked though. Let's see. Yes, they're down here. So let's make them some three-deckers as well. think that's a 3-decker we got as part of the event, the flagship event. So that's also good. And I'm thinking let's make some over here. I'm not sure we'll need one over here. I don't know if there's any English holdings, but if there are, it wouldn't hurt to have a navy capable of fighting them. That's good, so we've used up all of our sailors there, but they'll start recovering now, and hopefully manpower will start recovering in a bit. There, because we're more likely to have uprisings in these 3 provinces. Who's our exile? Oh, of course. Oh, we do still have an army. Oh, that's something. You head back to the castle. So normally you would be 21 troops, so I think one was wiped out completely, the larger one. But we'll at least get a chance to recover that one. Brilliant, so we probably won't get to Prussia next time. Let's just check our vassals. So we got Bohemia again, alright, we had them last time. Naples and Pacifico Norte could use a bit of buttering up. So it's worth just doing this when you have a lot of vassals, just sort of try to keep them happy on a round robin sort of way. I think there are some options for automation in some of the DLCs, but it's not hugely oppressive to keep it up manually. Okay, so brilliant, that is progress. So that was probably the final attack on France. Eliminated the last of our American colonies. Didn't really make any progress into French Africa though, unfortunately. So we've still got a fair amount of territory. But we have managed to link these lands up with our main lands, which is good. So with this land bridge we've now got links going all the way from Gabon all the way up to Frisia Orientale. Oh, Eastern Frisia. I see, nice. So I'm basically thinking our last battle, or possibly the last big one, will be against Great Britain. So we're going to land one of those large armies in Kent. I'll probably have a smaller one here, and defensive army in Toledo, but I suspect our junior partners will be enough to deal with us, and we'll just slowly take over Great Britain, the island, using the army in Kent. We'll also send our newly enlarged navies across, which should help a bit. Still nowhere near our force limit. But yeah, in a lot of ways the main concern of definitely, in fact we should put a spy there and start making a few claims as soon as we've got a diplomat again. In fact, let's remove this diplomat from France. The main concern is definitely these North American colonies. So even if we don't take any of Great Britain itself, I can afford to lose some prestige. If we can take these colonies, that would be brilliant. Put us in a great position to own most of North America. Scotland's done reasonably well. I've never really turned my attention properly on them. So yeah, they'll probably end the game with considerable territories. Well, it looks like English Louisiana is attacking them. Not to worry, so gone over again, sorry, but made some significant progress with taking lands from France. It's literally just a matter of time before we completely defeat France. As with all the nations, I think. But we just don't have that much time. Only 11 years to go. Possibly technically only 10 and a half. So they're not going to cross. Mind you, we've got the army, haven't we? We'll be fine. So yeah, I'll leave it there, and I will see you next time to hopefully attack Great Britain for the final time.